And welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel where Barca are the champions of La Liga. You know, we're not going to get tired of saying it. It is absolutely beautiful. What a season it has been. Domestic treble for Barca. Let that sink in. Domestic treble. That is absolutely extraordinary. And today we're going to be talking about those achievements. We're going to be talking about the genius that we've seen throughout this campaign from Hansi Flick. We're also going to be talking about the magical Lamine Yamal, and we also have to talk too about Andreas Christensen. It is all on the way, nothing but good vibes, so come on! Because I would like to start right here today, guys, by actually talking about that achievement here, because again, people from the outside, and by people I mean Real Madrid fans, will try to devalue what Barca have done this season by saying, look, you've not won the Champions League, you haven't done the treble, it's just, you know, the domestic double, the domestic treble, that's all that you've achieved. Well, can I just state here, and can we just look into the fact that Barca have now achieved the domestic double in terms of the Copa del Rey and La Liga 9 times. Real Madrid have only ever managed it 4. I mean, that is absolutely extraordinary. And not since 1989. So before we start saying here, oh, well, this isn't a good achievement, it's not really that special, well, tell yourself that then, because quite clearly Barca have been dominant in Spain this season. The gulf has been absolutely huge. We have won the league here by a considerable margin, and that is impressive. That is something there that should be appreciated, should be applauded. We have been by far and away the best team. And of course, guys, one of the driving forces behind all of the achievements that we've made this season, well, it is none other than Hansi Flick, because quite frankly, we couldn't have done any of this without him. It has been absolutely incredible to see him walk into this club, embrace everything around him, and just change so much in such a short space of time there. I'm talking not only tactically, you know, the way that we changed, the way that we played this season, some of the incredible comebacks that we've had, but also that mental strength that we've seen. And also don't forget as well, the physical side of this team, the way we've been able to press, the way that we've been able to keep a lot of our key players fit in very important stretches of the season. All of that hard work, it's been done on the training field, it was done in pre-season, and we have seen it come to fruition right here throughout this campaign. And of course, the great news is Flick is staying with us. He was already contracted there until 2026. Now, he's already agreed with the club to remain for an additional year until 2027, and they're just taking it step by step right now. Laporta and Flick have a very, very good relationship. They are both planning here to be at the club long term, and I think it's so exciting, because one of the most extraordinary things that I've seen this season from Hansi Flick has been the relaxed nature about him as the Barca coach. Because you've seen, guys, and we've gone through plenty of coaches over the past few years, and nearly all of them that come into the club, you know, it gets on top of them. It really does start to change who they are. You know, when Flick came in, there was lots of talk about his philosophy, lots of talk about what he'd done at Bayern, you know, different things that he could bring to the squad. But it's one thing having those ideas, one thing having those philosophies there that you may be able to bring. It's a whole new thing to actually do it here. It takes a very, very strong personality. It takes an incredible amount of belief in yourself to come to Barca, to be the coach here under all of the scrutiny, and deliver upon what you know, to deliver your philosophy. And at no point this season has Flick wavered. At no point this season has he felt under pressure to change, to do things differently. He has remained himself. He has done exactly what he set out to do. And I'm so happy that we have him. I'm so happy here that we can build and grow and improve and look to next season. It's so exciting. We've got another whole pre-season to come where Flick can work and really build on his ideas. We are only just getting started. And that's the beauty of it. Because I think that's one of the most exciting things, one of the most extraordinary things right now when you're listening to this Barcelona team. And take Yamal, for example, right after yesterday's game, in amongst all the celebrations, of course, in amongst all the jubilation, he actually came out and said to all Barca fans, I want to tell you something. I want to say, this is only the beginning. He said it is impossible to get tired of winning. And Yamal is not going to get tired of it. And that's the thing right now. You look at this squad, how young it is. You've got players like Yamal with extraordinary talent, extraordinary ability. And now what they're adding to that is this winning feeling, this belief that actually they don't want to achieve something. they have. They've got that now in their locker. They're able to deploy that experience in big moments, that belief in big moments, knowing now they are winners. And with every trophy, with every season here that we're going through, they're getting stronger, they're getting better, they're getting more experience, they're understanding situations more and more and more. And it's so exciting to see a young group here managed by Flick, keeping them all on the ground and growing every single second. Because you look at Yamal right now, and let's take him here as the perfect prime example. He gets better every week. Now, that's not an exaggeration here. We have spoken and we have seen the talent of Yamal all season long. We saw what he did at the summer in the Euros. It was extraordinary what he did with Spain. People said, can he go on and do that now in a Barca shirt? Can he do that week upon week upon week? Where's the consistency going to come from? He starts doing it in La Liga. People say, oh, can he do it in the Champions League? Can he really arrive in knockout games? Yes, he can. And now, of course, look at the game yesterday. We need a goal. We're looking for something. And at the start of the season, Yamal wasn't really scoring that many goals. In front of goal, he had been a little bit panicky, a little bit nervy, maybe not always making the right call. And that we have seen massively improve. And he is making huge strides. You look at the way that he finished it off yesterday. Cuts inside on that left foot, finds the top corner. And we are seeing him do this more and more and more. And just imagine what more seasons will do. Just imagine what he can do as he continues to grow, when he's being led by a really, really good coach. I mean, it's incredibly exciting right now. And there's lots of things, lots of reports coming out right now about the Ballon d'Or. Lots of people talking about, could he win it? He actually could. And I mean, that's the extraordinary thing right now. We are talking about a 17-year-old player. Could he win the Ballon d'Or? Yes. There's an obvious case for him. I mean, if you sit down and watch Yamal every week, it's obvious. He's right there. He's doing things that, again, it's not about a young player. It's not about, he's doing great things for a youngster. He is just doing great things. He is now great. And that is absolutely extraordinary. And I think when you're talking about the Ballon d'Or here, you only have to listen at what his peers are saying about him. That's where you get a true indication, not Barca teammates, but players outside of the club there. Players, of course, who should be his rivals. I'm listening yesterday in the Premier League, for example, Cole Palmer, speaking there about watching him out, what kind of player he is. And he ultimately just said, look, he's the best. There's nothing that people can say right now. Yes, they want to try and challenge him out. Yes, they don't maybe want him to be the best player in the world. But you can't deny what you're seeing. You cannot deny here he is doing unbelievable things, and I'm just so happy. I don't want to get into too many debates here about the Ballon d'Or. I think there's several Barcelona players who could make a really, really good case for it, even despite not winning the Champions League. I still think there's really, really good cases to be had, but it's just a testament to this team. It's just a testament here of what we're doing as a club. We're moving in the right direction. The fact that we've got so many players in the conversation, it's special for this club, and what players we have. But indeed, guys, I do also want to talk here about Andreas Christensen, because there's players like Yamal, Rafinha, there's players there like Pedro who we've spoken so much about this season. But what about Christensen? He spent so much of this campaign on the sidelines, not being able to take part. Lots of rumours, of course, as well, about his future at the club. Can I just say, and I think we all agree on this, since he's come back, he has been immense. He hasn't just been good. He hasn't just fitted in. He's been part of the team. He has absolutely wowed us since he has come back into this team. And I cannot believe how well suited he is to this Hansi Flick setup here. He plays the high line so well. He's brilliant on the ball. He covers in behind well. He makes smart decisions too, because you look at the game against Espanyol yesterday, there was a moment whereby they had breached us, they had gotten in behind, and there was a moment where Christensen, he could have taken out the attacker there. He could have brought him down, would have been a red card, would have saved a goal maybe, but could have cost us the game. But again, it's that intelligence there. It's that calmness in big moments. He just let him go. He thought, okay, I've lost out on that one. I've got to let it go. I'm going to back my goalkeeper. And Szczesny went on to make the save. And of course, we ended up winning the game. Espanyol were the ones that ended up with 10 men. And I just think in big moments here, he is a player that you can count on. He is a player that you can call upon. Of course, there's been question marks about his injuries. There's been question marks there physically. Can he perform? But I think it's also great to see him now. And it's going to be interesting to see him under Flick. We've seen what Flick has done with Pedro. He's been able to keep him very, very injury-free. I really hope Christensen stays. I know there's rumours about what we could get for him, what we could sell him for in this market, and I've got no doubt about that. But I think we can use him. He is a centre-back here of top quality. We have seen that since his return. And I would argue, too, that there's no question in my mind, no doubt at all, that he can get, with more and more games, even better. So indeed, guys, I am really keen to know there what you think about Andreas Christensen in this Hansi Flick team. Of course, we haven't seen loads of him, but given what we've seen so far, would you like to see him stay at the club this summer? Does he have a future at the heart there of that Hansi Flick defence? Please do let me know that in the comments down below. Also let me know on the Lamine Yamal Ballon d'Or debate and Barca's incredible La Liga victory. We have done it. We are the 2024-25 champions of Spain. It is special, and we are going to keep on celebrating, guys. Thank you indeed here for tuning in today. Please let me know those thoughts down below, and I will see you all very, very soon indeed. But until next time, as always, Vejska, Barça.